Okay, so we talked to Marielle earlier about the timeline and just exactly what people are going to be seeing. We're seeing blue skies here, not necessarily the case depending on where you are. You've got a wide viewing area.
We do,
Most of us have seen some sort of rain today.
Yeah, and I was looking at some of the rain totals from just this morning, and most of us saw less than a quarter of an inch of rain. It came by really heavy, but it was really quick. I did see some slightly higher amounts closer towards Denton County, even Grapevine picking up about half of an inch, but a lot of it has pushed to the east, and some of it is moving north now. So again, like Kara said, it depends on where you live. We have a really, really wide area that we cover. We are taking a look right now at the Metroplex, and you can see a little bit of rain moving over DFW Airport, over Carrollton, over Irving. Some of the heavier rain that was over Collin County is now over Hunt County, and even that is kind of lowering in intensity over the last hour, and you can see it there pushing and kind of getting a little bit smaller, and we're seeing less lightning. That's indication of it weakening as well. Still seeing some rain though for areas south. Let me show you that here. This is what I mentioned is moving north. So this is moving in a different direction, but right now a strong storm over Glen Rose. A lot of lightning with that one, but that one is moving north, and it does look like the northern side of it is in Hood County, just to the south of Granbury. And a storm right over Cleburne, Johnson County along Highway 81 there. And a lot of this, again, is moving to the north, and it's kind of coming together. So we'll see if this holds up. If it does hold up, it will impact portions of Tarrant County during the early afternoon. But Denton right now looking dry, even some blue sky overhead. Tarrant County looking at a little shower activity south of Fort Worth, closer towards Benbrook and in Kennedale and in South Arlington as well. We're looking at a mostly dry Dallas County. That heavy rain is pushed out, but looking at a storm trying to develop south of Seagoville there in far southeastern Dallas County. And in Collin County, we had some of that heavy rain that did push out and is now right over Hunt County. This is what it looks like over Denton. You can see some of the rain kind of trying to push in, but for the most part, we're looking at breaks in the clouds. We've been talking about this all week, but today a WFA weather alert day, and it is in place for the next couple of hours just because we could still see an isolated storm that could contain up to quarter-size hail, up to 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, but the most likely scenario is the brief heavy rain, and we saw that this morning. We're seeing it right now in Hood and Johnson counties, so we'll be watching that. Just have a way to receive warnings. Having the WFA app will be very useful because today we still technically have a level 1 marginal risk for severe weather. That's just a 1 out of 5 for the likelihood of strong to severe storms. The higher threat is west of North Texas. Here's how it shapes up. I'm taking you to about noon. And this is taking into consideration the storms that are just south of the Metroplex. But look at how this develops between noon and about 3. Generally, this pushes towards the east. So this is where we're going to see some of the higher potential for an isolated strong storm or two as we head into the afternoon hours. That's between 3 and now between 5 and 6. And you see a lot of it pushing out. We could see an additional shower, maybe isolated thunderstorm develop south of DFW this afternoon and evening. But for the most part, we are drying out. This is not going to be a situation where we see widespread rain again today, just some isolated activity because we still are dealing with quite a bit of moisture. Now, we are looking still at additional rounds of rain between now and Sunday. We could still pick up an additional inch of rain. Remember, I said at the top of this weathercast that we have picked up about a quarter of an inch so far today, but about another inch will be possible between now and Sunday. I do think that some spots could see slightly higher amounts, between 1 to 2 inches of rain. And then we're looking at really a drier next week with the exception of Tuesday. So our rainfall coverage over the next 5 days, we're still looking at 70% coverage today, down to about a 30% on Friday, 50 on Saturday. We're dry Sunday. We're dry most of Monday, but Monday night into Tuesday, we could see that next round of storms coming in. And that's when we have to look for the potential of maybe some strong activity there. But that's not till Tuesday. Just make a mental note of that and keep checking back in with us on that. But for right now, we're looking at some of that heavier rain pushing out. And of course, we'll be tracking that as the afternoon goes on. The second row of that 14-day forecast looking kind of nice. Temperatures in the upper 70s, maybe a little bit of rain potential, but overall it is trending a bit drier for the first week of May. Kara?
Yeah, plus those highs look pretty good too. Yeah. Bring it on. Okay, thanks, Marielle. So now's a good time to download the WFAA app. It is the best way to stay updated on the weather, traffic, and breaking news in one place in your area. You can track conditions right down to your neighborhood. The best part, it's free in your app store.